Agatin missing chita polenzi natinye kamangunet ne ole ichamege no itul negere keteset nebo Kass TV eng betut niton bo somogasi tarik 15 arawetab angwan kenyitab 2025. Kasarta neitun tetutet nebo Kass Mashinani nebo tarik 16 nebo arawetab angwan kenyitab 2025. Akameche ketounen county nebo Nandi le katestai bolotet kotinygei anan ngalalet kotinygei ak terchinosiek chemito en kwenutab neki Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua ak President William Ruto kosubkei ak gavana nebo Nandi Stephen Sanko manyolu ngalalutik che tesentai Gachagua komwoe kole ngalalutik chekonu inendet kobo bororiondit ole kamwa sang nekongoloni eng chepkumia che Sumei County nebo Nandi kole manyolu kekochi kasubet ngalalutik chebo neki DP Gachagua amun matinye tokchinet nekararan.
Karibuni sana everybody. Wale
Kabit kemwaji. Tuko na watu kutoka Yala pale Siaya, tuko na jamii kutoka Kericho, na ndio maana tulisema tunataka uongozi katika, na hata hapa Nandi niko na makabila zote, na ndio maana tunashukuru rais anapokaa chini na kupanga mpango ya serikali ya kuleta kila mtu na kila jamii ndani ya serikali. That is the right way to go. Na wale ambao walikuwa wanatajaribu kuleta tribal politics and tribal agenda, mimi nashukuru Mungu kwa sababu sasa wako nyumbani. Na hata wakipiga kelele wanapiga kelele wakiwa nje ya serikali. They are no longer as harmful as they would have been if they were occupying the positions that they were occupying before. We thank God that now we have a team that is helping the president to run this country as one united nation.
That very soon we are going to have an IBC that is in place so that the register can be cleaned as soon as possible because we are waiting to have a fair election. So tunaomba sana kazi hiyo iweze kufanywa haraka haraka ili tukiomba kura tunajua register iko safi.
Mfumo wa elimu wa CBC tuliwaambiwa ni very cool, haina pressure. Lakini saa hizi tunapoongea examiners wako Nairobi wana train ili waende wa mark mtihani, na hiyo mtihani ita contribute 60%, na mnatanganywa kwamba mfumo hii ni very cool, haina pressure. Haya, mchitanganye ndio mtaona watu wengine watachukua the best school. Hakikisha kwamba wanafunzi wenu wamefanya enough practice. Hata ranking yenye tuliambia tusifanye ranking, muhakikishe kwamba mumerank watoto ili watoto wajue kwamba wanafanya vizuri ama wafanye vizuri.
Kakotestai President William Ruto kokimit kamanutietab kosirchigei biikab emet tugetab konyoiset nebo serikali nebo SHA komwoe kole kokonyoru chongindab biikab emet toretetab konyoiset ngekerchin ak tuget nekibo tai nebo NHIF. Kamwa Ruto nekong'oloni en Bomet kole kosirgei biik cheite million 21 eng tetutietab SHA ole kasom biikab emet koistoengei ng'alek chebo lembech cheletoi biik alage chetinyegei ak kasuldaetab SHA.
Kongololi en Olbutyo en Chebalungu en igorto nebo konoretab neki MB nebo Chebalungu ako ki minister kora John Koech komwa President Dr. William Ruto kole tetutiet nebo tuget nelel nebo SHA kotinye kelchinoik chechang angekerchin ak tuget nekibo tai nebo NHIF.
Sajili iko na faida mara tatu ya muhimu. Ya kwanza, inakupatia wewe mwananchi utambulike wakati unaenda dispensary, wakati unaenda health center, wakati unaenda level 3, level 4. Na ukifika pale, kama ulikuwa hospitali wiki mbili, wiki tatu, mwezi moja, mwezi miwili iliyopita, hauhitaji tena kubeba ile exercise book ya karatasi ile. Sasa maneno yako itakuwa tayari hospitalini. NHIF ilikuwa inafikia watu 20% ya Kenya. 80% walikuwa wanahangaika. So tumesema, and this is the commitment I made to the people of Kenya, ya kwamba tutafanya universal health. Sio wale wako na uwezo na kazi peke yao wanakuwa wagonjwa. Kila mtu anakuwa mgonjwa.
Kamwa President Ruto kole akoi nguni kokosirgei biik cheite milionisiek 21 ole kailos county nebo Bomet kosubkei ak nemiten barak koitetab biik chekikosirgei.
Kufikia sasa jana watu 21 million walikuwa wamejisajili kwa program ya SHA. Ile zamani ya NHIF ilikuwa kati ya 7 million hapo 8 million. Na hii mpango itafikia kila mtu. Maneno ya SHA, registration ya SHA, Bomet County ndio namba 2 Kenya mzima kwa registration. Ina maanisha mnaelewa. Kuna wengine wanaendelea kusema maneno, nyinyi hamusemi maneno, mnafanya mambo.
Koikochi kosubet ng'alalanoton gavana nebo Bomet Professor Hilary Barchok, gavana nebo Kericho Dr. Eric Mutai ak gavana nebo Narok Patrick Ole Ntutu kiit nekacher biikab emet kosirgei en tugonoton bo SHA.
And as Bomet, we are number 2 in terms of registration in the entire republic. And in the next few months, tutakuwa nambari 1. As we are speaking, registration inaendelea pale nje.
Kates komwa President Ruto kole tinye tetutik serikali nebo kotononchigei sipitalit age tugul kong'eten dispensary akoi sipitalisiek cheechen en aletab kerichek asikonyumnyum letaetab kerichek koityi sipitalisiek en counties.
Hospitali county ina order dawa, inakuja inakaa kwa store ya county, inatoka kwa store ya county, inaenda kwa store ya sub county, inatoka kwa store ya sub county. By the time inafika dispensary, madawa ime-expire. Sasa tumesema madawa inatoka moja kwa moja kutoka KEMSA mpaka dispensary. Moja kwa moja kutoka KEMSA mpaka health center. So that we cut down on the red tape na madawa ipatikane hospitalini.
Kong'eten county nebo Bomet, logoiwekab emet chebo Kass, kainenyun ko Festus Rono.
Kagomwa President William Ruto kole matinye kaiweset age tugul eng lewenisiet nebo 2027 en kit nemwoe kole chobot kobelgei ak chi age tugul nemoche boroindo noton bo President. Kamwa Ruto kole ng'alalet nekokotestai en kwenutab alage en kandoik chebo bolatet kole chemaikochini ine kasubet komatinye tetutik alak tugul chebo bandab tai nebo emoni. Kaimong'ugei ak ichek kandoik che koboto majority leader en Senate noton ko Aaron Cheruiyot akosom kandoikab bolatet kobun opposition kokonyit kandoinatetab emet.
Na hiyo kazi nimepatiwa, najua mtihani ni 2027. Na hiyo mtihani ya 2027 sipangi kuanguka hiyo mtihani. Hiyo mtihani ya 2027 mimi najua vile nitapita hiyo mtihani. Kwa sababu mlianiambia nirekebishe kilimo. Na hiyo kilimo nimerekebisha. Chai inalipa beta, kahawa inalipa beta, fertilizer nimeteremsha chini, maziwa inalipa beta. Sio ndio mtihani? Muliniambia niunganishe stima. In 5 years tutakuwa tumeunganisha 1.2 million people. Muliniambia nirekebishe elimu. Elimu nimenyorosha CBC. Nimeajiri walimu 76,000, niko na funding model mpya ambaye imeokoa university karibu 23 ilikuwa imecollapse. Hiyo program inaendelea mzuri. So wale wanaongea mambo mingi wajitayarishe kwa hii mtihani. Wasiongee tu hivi. They must have a plan, and that plan must be better than mine. Lakini kama ni kuongea tu hii kelele, watazama asubuhi na mapema. So usikuwe na wasiwasi. Usikuwe na wasiwasi.
Na kuna wengi ni viongozi, wanajiita wasomi, wanajiita viongozi, lakini kila wanapoamka na kulala kwa magazeti, vyombo vya habari, ni kutafuta tu makosa na kusema yale ambaye hayajafanyika katika taifa hili. Ni kama watu wamesahau shida zote zile ambazo tumepambana nazo mpaka pahali umefikisha taifa. Mimi ningependa kukuomba kufuatilia ule mwelekeo ambaye kasisi Dr. Langat alikueleza, kwamba zidi kutia bidii unapowatumikia wananchi wa Kenya,
na kupambana na hali na challenges zile ambazo unapatana naye katika nchi yetu. Itafika siku moja ambaye historia itaandikwa na wananchi watakumbuka yale mazuri yote ambaye uliwafanyia.
Nimejaribu kuangalia this Ruto must go, haitoki kwa Kenya mzima, haitoki kwa Kenya, inatoka kwa sehemu fulani na ni watu fulani wanajaribu kuleta hiyo maneno. But let me tell you, Your Excellency, we are watching. We are watching.
Maskoni koye tengek. Maskoni koye boriet. Komagiyoni ole nene tuyoni. Onde gazetisiek akosiren Kipswahili, akosiren Kiingereza, akosiren chekibore English ana agenge choto.
Ketesetai ko kakobit kurset eng serikalitab emoni koker kole kaisub kou ole magat arorutik chemito en budget en netelelchini boisietab legutab emet kila kenyit angot komoche kobitu bandaptai netogunot en emet. Kabit kursonito kasarta nekoimong'ugei kibagengeit nebo Institute of Public Finance Kenya IPF ak arorutiet nenaat ko shadow budget neboru tuguk cheterter cheboto ortinwek che magat kiboisie asikoityi emet magutik chebo bandaptai kotinygei ak rabinik chebitunotin. Alage en biik che kang'alan en tuyonoto ko koboto afisayat neo nebo IPF Dr. James Muraguri ak MP nebo Kiharu Ndindi Nyoro.
We cannot just talk about an allocation of 204 billion in the financial year 25-26 if we are not going to absorb all this budget. We are doing a disservice to the citizens by, just giving very good numbers, yet we know that our money will not be utilized in a manner that is delivering expected services to the citizens.
My experience as chairman of budget is not the one we read. This is the hard truth. The budget of Kenya is called Exchequer. The budget is not the one we read. The one we read remains there. When you have a country where there is a discrepancy between what you budget for and how much you can raise as revenue. So what you budget for is not the budget. What you fund is the budget.
So in the financial year 23-24, the State Department for Medical Services was allocated 105 billion, which was about 78% of the health budget, but only absorbed 81% of the budget. And this is a decline compared to the financial year 22-23, where the budget absorbed was 87%. Public health and professional standards, it was allocated 29 billion. That is 22% of the health sector budget. It was able to absorb 87%.
You have to make a choice as a country between managing politics and delivering. What am I trying to say? There is no better way of showing what you want to do other than through the budget allocations. Now, if what you want to achieve, for example, is roads, if what we want to achieve as a country is healthcare, if what we want to achieve is in education, then just follow the budget. Go check how much has been allocated. And therefore that will speak more than the words. Because you budget 700 billion, by the close of the financial year, you are less in revenue collection by 300 billion. You can't cut payment of interest rate. Neither can you cut any part of CFS. You can't cut salaries. There is a part you can't cut, for example, FPE. Part of recurrent, for example, is free basic education. There is nothing you can do about that. So what usually happens, when Treasury receives money, revenue, they fund all those things, other things as priority. The last one to be funded is development. So in that development, then, it is the one that takes the hit and the cut when there is a downsize or a downgrade in revenue collection.
Ketesetai ko kakecher kipsomaninik chebunu korik chemaimuchigei chekanyoru boroindo nebo kotestai ak somanet kobun toretet nebo benkitab Equity kokiljigei somanet. Nito ko asikomuch kokanapta sobonwekwak ak konyorune kelchin boroinwek cheterter chebitu chebun somanet ak choton chebo boisionik. Isaac Ogei kotinye report kong'eten Uasin Gishu.
Kong'ololjin kipsomaninik chekinyor boroindo noton nebo Wings to Fly ak Elimu Scholarship chemite eng Form 3 ak Form 4 eng Annual Congress noton nebo 16 eng sukulitab tibik noton nebo Tarbo Girls, komwa CEO noton nebo Equity Group Holdings Limited Dr. James Mwangi kole program noton kitoi kou Equity kowendi kotoreti kokochi icheket cherset ak kamang'unet eng somanet.
The objective of this, as we said, is to bring those students together, beneficiaries of scholarships, so that we can remind them constantly of their obligations. But it's also an opportunity because most of the beneficiaries, 87% are partial orphans or orphans, to give them love, to give them encouragement, and to give them really conversations that a parent should be having with their students so that they are like any other child.
Kamwa Dr. Mwangi kole akoi nguno ko kokomuch koityi kipsomaninik chesire 16,000 chikotononchi eng somanet missing ko icheket chebunu korik chotok chemaimuchigei.
The program has now reached 60,000 students, and these 60,000 students are split in between Wings to Fly and Elimu Scholars. Elimu Scholarship is a program by the government supported by the World Bank to expand the great work of Wings to Fly. It is then phased into the next level. Those who get A's and A minuses from the program, last year there were 363, join the students in the country who get 84 points or A's of 84 points, the best girl and the best boy in every county. And we bring them together into an internship program called the Equity Leadership Program.
Mwae Dr. Mwangi kole eng arawetab 8 nenyone kotete koityi benkinotok kipsomaninik chebo Form 2 eng emet komugul ole tetei koboisie chepkondok cheite silingishek milionishek 500 ole boibochin ine chongindab kipsomaninik chikomuch konyorchigei boroindo nebo kochut universities chechang eng emet komugul ak konyorchigei boisionik.
Form 2s who will be having their congresses in August. We have set aside 500 million shillings. This covers their stay in the boot camps, as we call them, or in the congress sites or the centers. It covers their transport from their homes and back to their homes after the congress. And it also covers the logistics of making it happen, getting the partners, getting the mentors, and getting the coaches that comes to speak to them.
Akot kunotok chongindab kipsomaninik chutok bunu korik chotok chemaimuchigei konyoru boroindo noton nebo konetkei tuguk chechang eng benkit noton nebo Equity. Kong'etgei sukulit noton nebo Tarbo Girls nemite eng county noton nebo Uasin Gishu, logoiwekab emet chebo Kass, kainenyu ko Isaac Kogei.
Logoiwek chetinyegei ak somanet ole magat kikochi kanetiset netitaat konetik che echen chebo sukulisiekab secondary eng kasarta nechopchinigei sukulisiek chotok kotak kipsomaninik chebo grade 10. Chuto ko kipsomaninik chebunu tetutiet nelel nebo somanet nebo CBC chebendi kochute senior secondary eng kenyit nenyone. Andrew Kimeto kotinye report eng koindo.
Eng kasarta netetat kotoigei somanetab senior secondary eng kenyit nenyone eng tetutiet nelel nebo somanet nebo CBC kotesetai serikali kokochini kanetisiet konetik cheechen chebo high schools kotinygei ak tetutinoto lel nebo CBC. Eng county nebo Elgeyo Marakwet kokanyor kanetisionoto konetik cheechen chebo sukulisiekab high school 142 kobun kibagengeitab Institute of Sciences, Mathematics, Technology in Africa.
We call that age-based, so this is age. So when they are between age 3 to 5.
Kosubkei ak George Kiruja kobun kibagengenoto kong'ong kole asikosulda eng oret neititaat tetutyonoto bo CBC komagat kikochi kanetisiet neititaat konetichoto echen akobo mugutichoto bo CBC.
We are conducting secondary schools, senior schools, principals workshop. And we have a theme for the workshop, and the theme for this workshop is to enhance the capacity of the secondary schools, senior school principals, to be able to manage the transition. We want to build their capacity so that the transition is going to, of course, when we talk of transition, we are aware that CBC that was rolled out in the year 2017 is now at grade 9, and by next year, 2026, these learners are expected to transit to senior school, and these are the schools that are under the leadership of the participants of this workshop.
Kotinygei ak kaneti choto echen eng kwenutab kibagenge netelelchin icheket nebo Kenya Secondary Schools Aid Association kobun nebo ngecheret Michael Cheruyot komwa kole chobotin sukulishekab secondary eng county nebo Elgeyo Marakwet kotach kipsomaninik choto bo grade 10 ako tes komwa kole testai eng nguni kiteche classrooms ak tuguk alak chekiboisie eng kasuldaetab tetutinoto bo somanetab senior secondary eng sukulishek choto.
I want to say that we are well prepared for this. We've had in the past we have had training for the county dialogue, which was started last month. Now we are bringing in all the principals from Elgeyo Marakwet to in preparation for the grade 9 students. So I think we are well prepared, and for now we are trying to ensure that everybody knows the pathways, so that each school will prepare the pathways that they think they are prepared, because based on resources that are in school currently. Otherwise, I think for us, we are ready for the system.
Kongete county nebo Elgeyo Marakwet, logoiwekab emet chebo Kass, kainenyu ko Andrew Kimeto.
Kagomwa minista nebo letaitab logoiwek ak musoknotetab kasari William Kabogo kole nyolu en biik chetesetai kobatisie eng timwek cheterter chebo serikali eng tetutik nenaat ko shamba system kokimit kolsetab ketik eng timwek choto. Kongoloni en komosta nebo Chebilat en Aldai en igorta nebo kolsetab ketik komwa Kabogo kole noto ko oret nekiboisien keityi magetab serikali nebo kekol ketik bilion 15 koite kenyitab 2032 kenyorun sirirenyo Cornelius Keter ak report kongeten Nandi.
Kondochin kolsetab ketik eng tumdab Chebilat nemiten kot neking'ate ng'atutik nebo Aldai komwa cabinet secretary nebo information communication and digital economy William Kabogo kole nyolu kechomchi biik kobotis eng tumwekab serikali nenaat ko shamba system asikomuch koribok ketik. Ng'alek kikarobeut gavana nebo county nebo Nandi Stephen Sang.
Na hiyo maneno ya kulima hapo ndani mimi naunga mkono, lakini mchunge miti, si ndio? Miti huchukua miezi mitatu ndio ishike vizuri, au sio namna hiyo? Kwa hivyo baada ya miezi 3 wacheni hawa walime bwana, au sio namna hiyo? Kabisa, protocol iko. Kwa hivyo ni muhimu sana kuweza kupanda miti katika taifa letu la Kenya.
Hii miche hii ni pesa mingi. To raise this number of trees, 10,000 seedlings is not easy. It will be imprudent for us to raise, get resources, plant the seedlings, and tomorrow we cannot be able to account. And that explains why kuna forest mingi tunazidi kupanda miti, lakini miti haimei. Ni kwa sababu hatujapata mtu wa kuchunga miti kiasi kwa njia ya halali. Allow the community to coexist with the forest. Allow them to take care of these trees and ensure that na ikikuja ikifikia mbele kidogo hivi hakuna mtu atafukuza wao wenyewe, hakuna kitu itamea. So wenyewe watatoka tu because tayari miti itakuwa imemea.
Kamwa Governor Sang ole takomi ng'uny koitetab ketik eng county nebo Nandi ole tetei kotes forest cover akoi kebeberta 40 eng 100. Ole kamwa MP nebo Aldai Marian Kitany kole wendi kokochin kipsomaninik ketikab tegat eng sukulishek tugul chemitei eng Aldai.
Hii 16% yetu kama Nandi sio percentage mzuri. That Nandi County, with the rain that we have, we cannot be talking about 16%. And that is why we are committed, working with the national government, working with our ministry, to ensure that before the end of this year, we have pushed that percentage to 20%, and by 2030, ile president amesema, when we are done with our the quarter, ama percentage yetu ya 15 billion trees, we want to push Nandi County to 40%.
Lakini kwa hii mambo ya forest, sisi kama Aldai constituency, tumeamua tusaidiane na president kupanda 15 billion trees. na kila shule ya Aldai constituency inapanda bamboo kwa fence yao. So kuna bamboo tuna distribute kwa every school in Aldai constituency. I have a total of 149 primary schools and 52 secondary schools ambayo tutapanda bamboo ikwe fence.
Eng kasarata kosom kitach Ministry nebo Information kokoch meng'ikab Aldai internet ole kale mamite internet kebeberat ak Aldai ngachang neranik chemokyingei kosuldae boisionik cheterter chebitunotin eng internet.
Umesikia hakuna digital superhighway hapa na tuko na vijana wanataka kwenda internet kufanya dance na kufanya hiyo vitu yao wanafanya. Kuna kila mtu hapa kila siku hizi kila kitu ya government iko ICT na wanadunua bundles pesa mingi. Lakini ukituwekea hiyo fiber tumesema hapa itakuwa kitu mzuri. Ya pili, last year mlikuwa hapa hii forest na tunafurahi kwa sababu mmeadapt hii forest yetu na mlituahidi kuwa mtatupatia computers. Mwaka imeisha, tuko mwaka ingine. Sijui mnataka tufike 2027 bado tukiomba tu computer.
Kongete taunetab Kapsabet eng county nebo Nandi, logoiwekab emet chebo Kass, kainenyu ko Cornelius Keter.
Ngeib kamong'et kitegen zitab kolenjin eng yuto bo studio nebo Kass TV tetutik nebo Kass Mashinani. Matin ak tekiweksei eng kasarta nematya.